and I'm also a major, okay, retired major, veteran, retired long time ago lah, in 1997. Okay. I'm the current vice president of ACPM. ACPM means Association of Construction Project Managers Malaysia. Okay. And I will be giving this talk on the rules of construction project manager. I've got my colleague here, Professor, also CIPM, Certified International Project Manager. All these things, CIPM and PMP, are of no use to me, okay? Because here we are going to use just CCPM, Certified Construction Project Manager, okay? And I hope all of you also will get this CCPM, okay? All right. If I were to talk without the mic, is it can the people at the back hear me? Okay, what is a construction project manager? Now, as defined by the National Competency Standard, okay, NCS, which was developed by CIDB in collaboration with MLBK. Alright? A construction project manager is a personnel competent to organize, plan, control, coordinate overall project from inception to completion. Okay? Aimed at meeting clients' requirements and ensuring project completion within time, cost, and the required quality standards. Right? Definitely all of you would have known this definition, okay, but this is what the National Competency Standard says. So I put down here competent, alright? Marked red down there, competent. Okay? But who is going to see whether somebody is competent or not? Huh? Who is going to see that? Ensure that it is the CIDB. Okay? They are going to make sure that a person is competent. Alright? So this is where my professor will come and talk to you about later. Alright? Now, definition as in CIDB Act 520. It says a construction project manager means any employee possessing the accepted level of skill, knowledge and experience as may be determined and who is assigned to a construction site or any other such place to organize, plan, control and coordinate the construction works from the inception to completion. Alright? But I was going through this, they never mention about construction manager. Alright? It is construction project manager that is mentioned. But amongst us, okay, a construction project manager is sikit atas, okay, level 6 in the CIDB level of skills, okay. CPM is sikit atas, level 6, and a CM is level 5. Okay, so that is the difference, but both of them does the same thing. Okay, maybe the CPM, okay, will be involved from inception, right, when the project is conceived, right, before you even start, right, he will be involved then. He will be involved in feasibility studies, project brief, right, deciding to go or not to go ahead with the project, funding, right, and he will be involved in design development, right, tendering. A construction project manager will be involved in will be involved in the construction phase. So this is how a construction manager is defined. Okay? A person who oversees and coordinates the construction of projects. Okay? Construction managers are responsible for planning, organizing and managing all aspects of the construction process from project initiation to completion. Remember, the other one is from project conception or inception. Okay, this is from project initiation. Okay, project initiation will start when your higher boss tells you, okay, you are appointed as the project manager. Alright, do this project. Okay, and then they will give you a project under. Okay, appointing you as the project manager. So as a construction project manager, you are solely responsible for the construction of the project. Alright, from start until completion and handover. Okay. So they work closely with project stakeholders such as clients, architects, engineers, contractors and subcontractors to ensure that the projects are executed efficiently and meet the desired objectives. They handle tasks such as scheduling, budgeting, resource allocation and risk management to ensure that construction projects are completed on time, within budget and to the required quality standards. They also monitor and supervise on-site activities and ensure that the construction work is carried out safely and in compliance with building codes and regulations. Okay? Farm. CPM level 6 is involved from pre-construction phase until the post-construction phase. Whereas the CM, okay, I was told that I can go up to level 10, but I don't know what it is. Because being a PhD, my thesis is on project control system. Okay, all this while there's only two factors that are considered: time and cost. But I've added quality inside there. Time, cost and quality. And my work is published. So they say that is contribution to the construction industry. Okay. Anyway, before I go into the roles, that is at the end of this talk. Okay. I'm going to talk to you about certain things that are relevant to you as well. Okay. One is the Act 520. This is the CIDB Act 1994. What I have here is the revised version of 2015. I do not know whether there is any latest revision or not. Okay? But this is based on 2015. Where all of you also supposed to follow this. Okay? Now, this act says construction personnel. Right? What does it mean by construction personnel? All your general construction workers, semi-skilled construction workers, skilled construction workers, construction site supervisors, construction project managers. Okay? And any other employee in the construction industry as may be determined by the Lembaga. If it's not written down there, then it is still being determined. Okay? So, construction project managers are mentioned. Okay? And registered construction personnel means construction personnel registered or certified in accordance with this act. Okay? Now I show you. This is my certificate. Okay? So it shows my name, right? And certified as Pengurus Project Pembinaan. Okay? And it is awarded by CIDB. And and this is the registration number. Okay, this is important because I was doing a project, in fact my current project, during the early stages, CRDB inspectors came to my site. Okay, I was not there, right? But I know it is important to display this in my site office. Okay, so when they came, they were asking who is the project manager. Alright, to my staff. So they showed this. So 50% of the battle was won. Alright. Then they were asking, remember the construction personnel? Okay, my site supervisors, they didn't have anything. Alright, no certifications, no green card, so minus point lah. Okay. And then some of my subcontractors also didn't have proper certification. At least you should have a green card. Alright? So they gave us a summon and said, I mean no fine because I paid the levy for my project. Okay? They gave a summon, gave us 3 months to make sure all those people that they have noted down who didn't have, okay, must have a green card. Okay, so we did that and submitted to them. So close case lah. Okay, so it is important, right? I know you all are doing a lot of interior work, that is interior inside buildings, okay, but people can come, alright, and check, alright. So if you call yourself as a construction project manager, you must have the certificate to show, right? How many of you have got a project manager certificate? Ada? CPM.
Not this one. Is it applicable for foreigners also?
This one?
Yes.
No. But maybe you can use your PMP certificate.
No, I have a CIOB and MCIOB
I
scheme.
think CIOB, okay.
But as a
It's
project
recognized.
director, you have a team to take care of the site. If you want to make it the overview, then the green cards can do, correct?
Yes, yes, yes. But the rest of the staff, yes. But you don't call yourself as the construction project manager.
No, it's project director, of course, yes.
So
But
project
there's a
director,
team.
you are out of the site. As I said, construction personnel,
Yeah.
it doesn't cover the project director.
Should be on site.
Ah.
Okay. During construction
Right?
phase, on
You are
site.
involved in the project.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
As a project director, you may have plenty of projects. Okay?
So overview, not. This project director, green card, of course, we have all the personals, but the on-site personnel must get it.
Yes.
Okay, get it.
Compulsory.
Yeah.
Mandatory.
Okay, any questions so far?
One question here. Sorry. I was told that in the future 1 or 2 years time, CIDB will require G5 or G7 companies to have at least certain numbers of CPM to qualify to renew their license.
Yes,
Is it
yes.
correct?
That they have been telling
Yeah.
for a long time. In fact, I've got a construction company, and whenever I renew, okay, I've got to show, right, who is the technical person. Okay, understand that. So I'll give my certificate. Ethan, as I think one of you, or is going to be a future one of you, he has done this CCPM. Ethan? Got your certificate ready?
Next January.
Next January. Okay. There are a few things that I wanted to extract from that ACTA, that Act 520, which is of relevant to you. Okay? Now, registration of contractors. Section 25, subsection 1. Okay? It says, no person shall carry out or complete or undertake to carry out or complete any construction work or hold himself out as a contractor unless he is registered with the Lembaga and holds a valid certificate of registration issued by the Lembaga under this Act. Okay? So, that is registration as a contractor. There are a lot of people okay, who are working at construction project sites, right, without any licenses, okay, or registration with CIDB. Okay? And because they offer their services cheap, alright, a lot of clients take them. And this is not right. Okay? What it says that any person who contravenes this act, okay, they can be convicted of an offense and charged 10,000, not less than 10,000 ringgit, but not more than 100,000 ringgit. Okay? Okay. A lot of money, Ethan?
What is in the case of the NSC? Let's say you're the main contractor, your subcontractor is NSC. Who's going to charge
Everybody
by
who
this?
is involved in the construction project, okay, if he calls himself as a contractor, he must be registered.
Now what I'm trying to say, we're the main cons, we bring the subcontractors and the NSCs, correct? Then we have to check their documents.
Yes.
If they don't have, it's come to the main contractor.
Yes,
The
yes.
penalty
Yes,
goes to them.
you answerable.
Alright, good.
Any client who employs somebody must make sure that they have the license to do it. If not, they can summon. They will get the summon. Right? Registration of construction personnel. Ada baca gak ini? Hah? Ada? Betul? You satu orang saja. How many of you pernah baca ini? Angkat tangan. Angkat tangan.
Angkat tangan.
Tak ada orang kan? Because I also baca only yesterday day. Hah? I'm working in this design and project in glass. Okay. This is a glass material. Yes. AG containers. Right. They produce glass bottles. So a lot of my, they have got plenty of work to be done. So the only reason why the client engages me because I come up with the design, right? And I discuss with him, and I make sure the design satisfies him first before giving him a price. But there are also, okay, other small time contractors, Bangladesh, who come and work down there, take contracts from them. Yeah. I know it is wrong, okay? But I didn't know that it is written in the act. You know, only 2 days ago I found. Now I've got to tell the client, you better watch out, okay? Anybody who can come and summon you as well. Okay? Registration of construction personnel, a person shall not be involved or engaged or undertake to be involved. Right? As a construction personnel, remember that the 5 categories that I said? Yeah? Unless he is registered with the Lembaga and holds a valid certificate of registration issued by the Lembaga under this Act. Okay? This is where my certificate comes in. I showed you, right? That is registered with the Lembaga. So if you are a site supervisor, you must have a certificate for that. Right? Whether you are a structural supervisor or an M&E supervisor or architectural supervisor, it has got to specify. Okay? Because CIDB runs all these courses. Okay? All you have got to do is attend these courses and get your certification. Okay? subsection 1 shall not apply to any construction personnel who has a professional qualification and is registered under any different law, like an architect, an AR, or an IR, or an SR. Okay, so you are not bound by that section. Okay, so you can walk into any site, right? A person who contravenes subsection 1, okay, this one, shall be guilty of an offence and shall be fined not exceeding 5,000 ringgit. Okay. Green card. Okay, green card. So green card will tell who you are. Nowadays, green card can be used as ATM also. The new one. Only thing is they didn't put any money inside there.
They put 5,000.
Okay, next one. Dealing with non-certified construction materials. All these construction materials, it is specified in this act under Schedule 4. Alright? So what we are trying to say here is, if any person, alright, deal directly or indirectly with construction materials specified in the fourth schedule, unless the construction materials have been certified by the lembaga. Okay, they have got bricks that are certified by CIDB, okay, which is priced a little bit higher, right? So you can use that kind of material, in your construction site. If you have to use bricks that is, normal, without any even ceiling certification, alright, just normal bricks, then it is wrong, alright. So what is the offence? You shall be fined not less than 10,000 ringgit, but not more than 500,000 ringgit. All these were there in the act. Everything is kita tak dapat baca. Alvin, you have got to make sure all your people,
That's why today we are here.
all are certified, and they must know what they can do, what they cannot do. Because I swear, doing my project, if I have to do everything that is certified, then I have got to pay a higher price. Then where is my profit margin? Might as well don't do the project, right? If you put higher price, you won't get the project. So that is a dilemma. Okay. Imposition of levy. Imposition of levy. You all pay levy, no?
Yes.
Ada bayar tak? Every contractor under section 34, every contractor shall declare and submit to the lembaga in the manner as may be prescribed. Okay, any contract which has been awarded on any construction works. So that means you say you get any award for any construction work. Okay, you have got a letter of award from the client, kan? Okay, you have got to make this known to the lembaga. That's what the act is saying. Okay, which I do know all is what. I've been doing construction for 40 years already. Last meeting, you invited me for this talk. That is why I looked at this act. Now, this ACTA has been around for a long time already. Okay, since 1994 sudah ada already, but it has been revised many times, right? Updated. Okay. Still people don't grow, right? Unless you have a project and authorities come inspecting, then right? But there is another act, say, that is the Uniform Building Bylaws, okay, 1984. The latest revision, okay, which was gazetted in 2021, alright, has made some changes, alright, on the G forms. You know, the G forms are supposed to be submitted by the contractors organization, alright, and there are a total of 8 forms, okay. So these G forms before this 2021 amendment, right? They say down here contractor. Okay, this is boron T1 lah. This is for earthworks, which doesn't involve you. Does it involve you? Earthworks, no right? Huh? It won't involve you. It says contractor. So nombor pendaftaran, okay, under CIDP. Okay, so that is what is required. Okay, but now the latest revision, it requires okay, the construction project manager under the contractor, okay, to sign. So that means to say he signs, correct, and he has got to put his nombor pendaftaran. Right? So the purpose is, which I think okay, if some company just puts the number stamps, right, who is the person who is responsible, who is accountable? They do not know. Okay? The person could have resigned and gone, right? But the company is still there, so you cannot. Maybe new players have taken over, so you cannot blame the company. So they want a person who is responsible and tangkap here, right? Island Towers came down, right? And they said, who was that for? The construction company, or the majlis. Finally, nobody is held accountable, right? So now they want, okay, a person, right, to be responsible. So, if a contractor were to have done earthworks, right, he must make sure at the end of the project, when the CCC is being applied, right, he has got to submit G form with the construction project manager's endorsement on there. So if the contractor, first of all, okay, he shouldn't be doing the project without the CPM. Okay? No project can be done, okay, with just supervisors. Okay? The project manager must be there. Right? To initiate, to plan, to organize, to control, and to complete the project. Okay? So you can either have this person in your organization or you outsource them. So look at it this way. Okay? If you have the certification, okay, you can do freelance. Get employed by a lot of contractors, right? See, you cannot say, Calvin was telling grade G5 and G7. G4, what is the limit? Huh? G4.
G4.
Huh? Berapa? 2 to 5 million. Huh? Okay? You can do a big project, within the cost. So you must have earthworks done, right? You must have construction project manager tools certified. So the construction project management has been long been in existence, but now, right, it has taken up prominence. When I did my master's in 1994, project management, okay, the other side in USM, they were running this MBA. There were 120 students on there. And my course was only 10 students only. Okay? That time, it was not for me. Right? But I know that project management, right, is one step ahead of above the other professions. Okay. An architect just designs. He is not capable of managing construction project. Okay. An engineer also, they are designers. But they are doing extra services as project manager. A project manager is more than just overseeing. Okay. After this, I will tell you. Okay, the 8 forms are these: G1, G2, G3, G4, G8, G12, G17, and G19. A construction project manager must sign. Earthworks, setting out, foundation, structure, this is passive fire protection, building, ropes and crane, and external main drain. Okay? Because he is doing that work, he must make sure that it is done properly. Okay? So, was that interesting or not? Huh? Now you know the importance of construction project management. Right? All the while, earlier I was talking to you about construction project manager. Right? Now I'm going to talk about construction project management. Okay? So what is this? What is construction project management?
How to manage a project.
Huh?
How to manage a project.
Manage a project, okay, from inception to completion, right? A person or is a process of managing a project from inception to completion. Okay? That is all. That is what we all know, right? But I am going to give you the definition. Okay? PMI defines it as the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project activities to meet project requirements. Okay? Okay. Application of knowledge. It is construction knowledge, okay? And so many things, which I will tell you later. Okay? Skills, tools, and techniques, okay, to project activities. So project management is accomplished through the processes of initiating, right? Initiating means here it defines and authorizes the project or project phases. Number 2, planning. Defines the objectives and plans the course of action required to achieve the objective. Executing. Integrates people and other resources to carry out the project management plan. Monitoring and control. Right? Regularly measure progress to identify variances from the project management plan so that corrective actions can be taken. So now the project is finished, and you do closing. Formalizes the acceptance of the product, okay, and bring the project to an orderly end. So project management is accomplished through all these processes. Okay. If you come for the training, CPM, okay, then we'll teach you more, whatever that is inside them. Okay. Now let us talk about the history of project management. Project management is not something that evolved today or from 1994. No, it has been in existence for a long time. Alright? Just ask you one simple question. Would the Great Wall of China or the pyramids have been built without project management? Cannot, right? I read about this pyramid of Giza. Okay? One of the earliest pyramids that was built in Egypt. Okay? It took 21 years to build. And it took millions of workers. Right? That was before Christ. Who could have been the project manager at that time? Who could have been the project manager? For 21 years, they had to slog to finish without any cranes. Right? Give me an idea who could have done it. My friend?
No idea.
No idea.
But they exist at times. I'm sure that.
Anyway, where do you come from?
Iranian. Iranian Turkish.
Oh. Iranian,
Yeah, Turkish Iranian. I don't know, Egyptian.
This is where my knowledge in the military helps me. Okay? The only person who could have done this was acting as the project manager at that time. Must have been the general, okay, of the armed forces. Right? He is the only person who people fear. Right? He is the only person who could have done this. Right? You don't follow orders, you get hit. Right? That's how you control people at that during that time. Right? You cannot tell them by word of mouth only. Right? You must met out punishment. Right? Then only you can do that kind of work. Correct? Anybody has got any arguments? So, it happened. They wouldn't have any tools, techniques and all things, right? Like what we have today. But it is just sheer collaboration. They would have skilled people, right? But it is not in the form of like what we do in writing, right? All orders, right? Now, in the late 19th century, okay, in the United States, they were having three large projects, okay? Especially in the 1860s, when they had the Transcontinental Railroad, okay? That became the basis for project management methodology. Okay, suddenly industry leaders found themselves faced with the daunting task, the difficult task, okay, of organizing manual labor of thousands of workers and processing and assembling, okay, unprecedented quantities of raw material because the projects were huge at that time. So they realized the difficulty. Okay. So trifler, okay, known as Henry Kent, alright, who studied the order of operations in work and developed the Gantt chart. You all use Gantt chart, no?
Yes.
Huh? All of you use Gantt chart. In 1997, 1996, I retired. I joined Sunway as a project manager. Okay. And I saw everybody using bar chart, yes. But it's all overlapping bar chart. There's nothing connecting each of these activities. Okay. So that was a Gantt chart, but then there's no interlinking of activities. Okay. When one goes delayed, what happens to the other? No, no. So, but somebody was a little bit smarter lah. Okay. I knew of these two techniques. Okay. This came in later in the 1950s. Okay. The program evaluation and review technique, which is called PERT, right, and the CPM, the critical path method. Okay. PERT is slightly different from CPM, although it has the same basis, but PERT uses 3 different times. Okay. They didn't have sufficient data, no? Like if you want to send to the moon in the 1960s, who would have known how long it will take, right? Okay. They wanted to build a submarine, which never existed before. So how can they determine time? So they had 3 different times. The most pessimistic time, the most optimistic time, and the most likely time. Okay? So they used that to determine time duration. Okay? And to plan projects. So they still went back, they had a network, they still went back to the bar chart. Okay? Then you have critical path method. The CPM was developed by DuPont, right? Now this is slightly different. It uses just one time. Okay? The most likely time. Okay? So this time, when you use this methodology, it gives you the longest path, right? And that determines the time duration for the project, right? So it has got a critical path, which will have all the activities which are critical. That means that has 0 spare time. Okay. The other non-critical activities that will have spare time. The only beauty in this CPM is if you use CPM, okay, if you have got shortage of resources and if you are supposed to do 2 activities at a time, then you can choose, okay, to do a critical activity using the resources from a non-critical activity, because that activity has got spare time. Okay. So project management of the modern age, like what we used to know today, right, has developed since the 1950s, right? And today, okay, where you apply CPM, and then you convert it to a bar chart, okay, and then you have the S curve, okay, and then you use this S curve to track your performance. Alright, like you have the one in the red and one in the green. Alright, That is the actual cost, right? And the other one is what? Huh? Actual time. No. What? This is the blank curve. This is the integration between cost and time. Okay. This is the actual. Okay. This plan actual. Then this is the cost. Actual progress and actual cost. Okay. And you use a lot of formulas to forecast. If you are delayed, a lot of people will say, okay, I've seen this, you are delayed by 10%. Okay? How long is going to take to complete this project? They will say, no problem, I'll do it in 6 months, finish in 6 months. How are you going to catch up? I'm going to put in more workers. That is the usual answer. But then if you use this formula, it will show that it is not going to be 6 months, it's going to be 1 year. Okay? Alright, this is not to frighten you, okay? All these are good for you. Now, employment of a project manager, construction project. What's the time? 11. Hey, what is this? Okay, I'm going to go through fast. Employment. Okay, this is the traditional structure or traditional system. Okay, where a project manager can be employed by the client. Right? Those days, client goes to the architect. Right? Now, he gets a technical person, the project manager. So the project manager will assist the client in getting the project work done. He won't have a direct contractual relationship with the architect or engineer. They will have, the client will have, right? This is the traditional system. You have got the design and build system, okay, where the project manager can be employed by the client, he can be employed by the turnkey contractor or design and build contractor, and you can have a construction team headed by a construction manager. Okay? Now, any questions on this? Now, framework of project management. A project manager, okay, must be able to manage integration. When a project advances, all right, there are a lot of things change, right? The scope can have a change. So if that scope change will affect time, can affect the budget, right? Can affect procurement, can affect manpower, right? So all this has got to be integrated, right? So this is very important, managing integration, right? Managing scope, right? The scope has got to be defined, okay? But at the start of a project, alright, when the scope has been defined, it doesn't mean at the end, alright, the scope never changes. No architect can do a design that doesn't require a change. Right? In the design and the project that I did, okay, After completing, I submitted. Okay. That means you say it is late, it is failed lah. Failed. 24% okay, cancelled because failed to be delivered. So the statement that I put down there, having good project management skills does not completely eliminate problems. Okay, risks or surprises. Okay. The value of good project management is that you have standard processes in place to deal with all the contingencies. Okay? So if you are lucky, right, then you can solve problems. Sometimes you may not be so lucky, then your project can be challenged. Right? So construction project manager is not the answer, right? Okay, but maybe you can reduce the impact of failures. So project management expertise, you need to be aware of the application area or application knowledge. If I go into ID work, right? Maybe I could be struggling, right? If I go to oil and gas industry, right? So, but you can say I will employ Kelvin to be my ID project manager. He can handle all. But then if you know the industry, it will be better, right? Because nobody thinks like you, right? Okay? So that is important. Expertise. Understanding the project environment, okay, cultural, social, international, physical, okay. Like our person here, friend, from Iran, is working here. He must be challenged a lot of times, Project environment is different here.
Been here 13 years.
Oh, but you would have suffered during the first year, lah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. General management skills, alright, such as risk, reward, finance, accounting, human resources, time management, stress management. Stress management also is important. Okay. So these are general management skills. Interpersonal skills, very important. Okay. Communication, influence, leadership, motivation, negotiation, problem solving. A project manager has got to go through all these things. He must be an expert. At least he must have knowledge that is better off than most people. Alright, if you want to successfully complete your project. Okay. Project life cycle, right? Life cycle means, okay, the process that a project goes through in its life. Like we, after birth, we are infant, alright, going to childhood, then a teen, then an adult, another will die, right? Okay. A project, okay, also goes through the same, right? It has got life cycle, it has got to be initiated first, then once it is initiated, okay, then it goes into project planning, right? After which you execute. During execution, you must do monitoring and control, right? And then you complete the project and you do project closure. Okay? I'm tired already. Okay, I just go into all But
No problem.
so, for the past 1 hour, I've been talking to you about construction project manager. He is a person who is accountable for the project, who is responsible for the project. Nobody else. If you are successful, then people will reward you, right? Reward the whole team, not just you. You fail, only the project manager gets thanked. Okay? You have to understand that. So, as a project manager, what is your role? You are not working alone, you have got a team of people. But you are the central figure down there. You are the focal point. Okay? So, you must make sure, okay, make coordination with the team. Right? As a project manager, your role would be the center to hold the entire project team together. Ensuring enough manpower and resources and conveying task details to individual team members are all roles of a project manager. Keeping the team close knit, right? So in order to do that, you must get regular feedback from your members. You must make sure that everyone understands their individual task. Everyone communicates well. Okay? The team has enough resources and tools for effective collaboration. Then only the team will be able to work. Right? Delegating work effectively. Okay? A lot of people they want to do all their work by themselves. That is not right. Okay? You must be able to delegate work. Project manager, being the focal point, being the person who is accountable for the project, must learn how to delegate work. You cannot say, "Oh, I must go and inspect. I must go and do this. I must." You don't have time. Okay? Must be able to delegate work. Okay? You must get employee feedback. Okay? This is very important. Alright? You don't say that, because without getting feedback, right, you won't know everything about the project. Okay? You won't be able to take decisions. This is very important. Now, planning everything from execution to delivery. Okay? So, you must have your strategy. Alright? Sometimes, okay? Sometimes, getting a subcontractor, right, may be costly, right? So in order to save money, what I do, my strategy is to get only the labor and I control the work that he does. So I only pay daily wages. Okay? That is why a lot of them they don't have a green card. So I want to keep the cost low. I mean, this strategy can backfire. Lucky thing I finished the project. Everybody is out. Directing the team to achieve a common goal. Because you are the boss of the site. Okay? Managing time, monitoring progress and tracking roadblocks, conducting regular meetings, and establishing a shared vision. Okay? Managing documentation reports, coming up with plan B, alternative. Something doesn't work, then you have got to quickly find another alternative, right? Nobody is going to tell you that. Your site people won't be asking for alternative, right? You have got to be thinking about it, right? And coordinating with the clients. Okay, so these are the rules. Of course, you can use different names. Okay, for all these things. can say a project manager, his goal is to provide leadership. Then you can say his goal is to provide motivation. He is a motivator, he is a leader, he is a spokesman, you can use many things, many names. But this basically covers, okay, what his goal is. You must understand he is not going to the site to do the work himself. Right? His goal is different. Okay? Okay, any questions so far? Because I'm getting tired. I know all of you want to go for a break ride. Huh? I used to want to go for a smoke. Okay. So, you have got a question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Just a point of clarification. You talk about design and build, and when does the role of the project manager end? Is it involving only the superstructure, or what about the fit out?
If the contract has got fit out, okay, then it will enter first then. But most contracts, okay, for construction managers, project managers, it will end at the completion of the empty building. But with all the rest of the, because normally the fit out doesn't come into place. It is a
Fine,
different
okay.
contract with the client. It is different. But normally, I mean that's what I know of, right?
What about the design and build? What scope do they cover? Is it only after the superstructure?
But the whole building,
Interiors?
interior, without the interior,
Without
without the interior. Because that one all is different special skills that is required for interior. We only do the what do you call
The main construction itself.
yeah, the asal work, you know. The interior all is very
Usually it's a separate contract.
is a very fine work. All these things, all fine work. But you have got to have the child work. Okay? So normally it's not. Okay?
One more question. You talk about construction materials. Do they have to be qualified, let's say, and what sort of construction materials have to be qualified in the whole project?
Okay, you go and see Schedule 4. Schedule 4, there's one list of all the items, materials. Okay? You have few pages, okay, all these materials. Like as I said, concrete, bricks, T-bar, okay? And some are ceiling approved, some has got CIDB approved also, right? So it is not like they look for all these items now. I'm very sure that they have not come up with the list, where it is certified. Okay? They normally don't certify each of the materials. They will only certify the manufacturers. Okay, for coming up with these materials. Okay, whether they have got quality checks or not. Okay, like that is what CPM does. Okay. Of course, maybe they will have one or two samples for testing, right? Whether it passes or not, right? But if you go through the fourth schedule in the ACTA, Act 520, you will see all the list of materials. Okay, any other question?
Sorry, one more question.
Is that same with the?
No, one
DK?
person only 2 questions.
Is it the same as the JKR spec, maybe?
Same as?
JKR spec, because there is a project that they are stated in the contract that we are complying with the JKR spec. Is that the schedule for similar?
No, that is CID. That is approved by Lembaga. No, only recently only I came to know about this CIDB specs. Okay,
Yeah,
for flips. Only lately only
Nah.
I came across. Because all the while, it was used to be ceiling specs. Right? Only lately I came to know that is CIDB specs. And then I went through this schedule for all these materials are there. But then I have never heard of, they have got a job for CIDB and all this. Yeah, I have never heard of it. Right. But lately when I was buying bricks, I was told that there is CIDB specs and the price is slightly higher.
Yeah.
But as long as my client doesn't ask for it, alright, I'm okay. Okay, any other question? Only 2 questions. Okay, any other question? Your question?
So there is a bug in here because you got a PAM form of contract which is issued by developers. You have to follow the spec. You got the CIDB items which the regulations, so these are the things you have to follow. As a tenderer, we have to follow the PAM form of contract which either come from the QS or architect. So that's there's a bug in between because by right, which providing all these standard documents have to follow this kind of regulation. Then we have to follow the specification in the form of the contract. Correct.
Yeah, but
Either is a design or
no,
we have to follow.
But you see, when the architect or the engineer puts his specification, he has got to know all these things first.
Yeah, that's the point.
Right? He has got to know. So he has got to make sure it must fulfill, right? CID specs or syringe specs or whatever it is. They have got to put it there.
Yeah.
Huh?
But it is made to the main building construction, not really to the ID part.
No.
So we don't
I'm not
have
talking
much.
about ID part.
Yes, because majority here.
Yeah, I know,
combine the
ID because, but you have got a construction manager. I told you what the act says, renovation work,
Yeah.
alright?
Yeah.
Or you all said everything down there is what you do. Huh?
What we're making.
Huh?
What we're making.
Yeah, all those things that I said down there, which is defined in the act, all of it you all do. I thought you all only do renovation work.
Yeah, because the statement there is inclusive actually, come from the empty and also alterations and go back to the demolitions. So that's part of IT.
It's
But it's an
considered-
area, it's not a building.
Interior architecture, design and build. That's what the majority we do. So it include the basic wetworks, M&Es and all these, but not A to Z.
Okay. Not so much about manager. This is about construction project manager. Alright? I've told you, okay, what is the framework of project management, okay? What duties that he has got to carry out? What is this role in your project? Okay? So I think that you all should know that, right? Because this is about certification to become a construction project manager, whether it's ID work, oil and gas, or just any building, right? Okay. Alright, since there's no more questions, I thank you very much for your attention.